Hello, and welcome to Big Bad Online. Woo! As you can tell, we're very excited. For the next 24 hours, we'll be presenting some of the finest panels we could imagine, as well as hosting a dedicated Big Bad Online Discord server. And absolutely everything is free to all attendees. I'm Gina Ricker, she, her pronouns. I'm the Big Bad Con panel coordinator and co steward of this year's Big Bad Online. I'm also a freelance editor, consultant, and TTRPG content creator, podcast host, AP streamer. Uh, and I'm a vehement advocate for safer spaces in gaming. As someone who's been a passionate attendee of Big Bad Con for a decade, I'm really thrilled to kick off Big Bad Online this year. We have panelists speaking from and about communities all over the world. They'll be talking about industry best practices, world building, designer insights, freelance advice, and a whole lot more. It's humbling to see so many wonderful people coming together there to make this happen. With that, I'd like to introduce a friend and wonderful human, Sean Nittner. Sean wears a lot of hats. He's a system admin, event coordinator, Twitch streamer, podcaster, project manager, fundraiser. He's also the founder and heart of Big Bad Con and Big Bad Online. It's pretty obvious, but Sean has a passion for bringing people together to play games, explore identity, build rapport, and to learn. See, best human.
Thank you, Gina.
Best human.
I'm Sean Nittner. Oh, thank you all. I'm Sean. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the co-steward of Big Bad Online and the founder of Big Bad Con. And it is my greatest joy to host Big Bad. It's like birthday and Christmas and New Year's and a slumber party and ice skating all rolled up into one. For everyone who's watching this live, you could be seeing the D&D movie on opening night, but instead you're choosing to be here right now. So thank you for joining us. Many of us live in a territory that was stolen from its original inhabitants and stewards. For our in-person event later in this year, Big Bad Con, we'll be making a land acknowledgement for the space that we occupy over the weekend. However, because this event happens all over the world, we have an opportunity for each of us to reflect on the land that we work and live on and to build mindfulness of our present participation in colonial legacies. Personally, I'm located in the unceded territory of the Chochenyo, Ohlone, and Muwekma people who have lived and continue to live on this land. In 2015, Karina Gould and Janella LaRose, inspired by a powerful vision of rematriation, founded the Segura Te Land Trust, a Bay Area Indigenous woman-led land trust that facilitates the return of Indigenous lands to Indigenous people. They lead projects that foster cultural revitalization, care for the land, and public education. The Shumi Land Trust was created to support their efforts. Big Bad Con and myself personally have paid the Shumi land tax, both in appreciation of the cultivation of the land that the Ohlone people have done and continue to do, and in support of the Segura Te Land Trust in their work of rematriation. If you are interested in finding out more about the Indigenous people of your own home, we recommend visiting nativegov.org and researching voluntary land taxes that you can support. Thank you, Gina, for throwing that link in chat. Today is also Trans Day of Visibility, and I'd like to read a great tweet thread that Sebastian Yue sent out earlier today and just expanded a tiny bit with their permission. This is a Trans Day of materially improving circumstances. Trans Day of giving trans people money and sharing their fundraising links and projects if you can. Trans Day of calling your representatives. Trans Day of signing a government-recognized petition. Trans Day of blocking bigots. In case I was unclear, this is a tweet for cis people. Please start doing the things that would make the world better, easier, and kinder for trans people. If you're already doing these things, please keep doing them. I'm grateful. That was Sebastian Yue, and I thought it was a fantastic tweet thread, and with their permission, I shared it here. And now, I'd like to introduce the wonderful, the one and only Morgan Mitsu, who has been a Big Bad Con Ranger, a Ranger Captain, and now a volunteer coordinator. Morgan has worked with all the Big Bad Online Rangers to get them prepared for this event and help it run smoothly. It has been wonderful to work with Morgan. Their cheer, energy, and enthusiasm is infectious. Yay,
Thanks,
Morgan!
Sean.
Welcome again, and hi so much. Welcome to Big Bad Online. I am Morgan Nuncio, or Armo. You might know me by either. I will go by either. It does not matter to me. They, she pronouns, and I am your volunteer coordinator for Big Bad Online 2023. I'll also be the co-volunteer coordinator for the in-person Big Bad Con, but we'll talk about that later. That's not right now. Right now, I want to talk about all the things. Well, I do for a second. Because I realize I'm still on me. Oh God. Okay. I'm a TTRPG content creator, writer, sensitivity consultant, but really I am just a cheerleader for people of color in the sphere and try to promote and push their work to get the acknowledgement they deserve. But now it's enough about me. That's that. Now we're done. You'll see me around all weekend as a ranger captain or just lurking about. We want to thank everyone who's donated to Big Bad Online fundraiser this year. Counting online and offline donations, we raised over $14,500 to cover speaker fees, captioning, Big Bad Con's operation costs, because storage is a thing. It is. We have to have it. It's a thing. So really, we'd like to thank our sponsors who donate $500 or more. By Odin's Beard RPG, tabletop role-playing games and adventures. Colin is the designer and publisher of amazing games like Runecarn, Weed Deal and Lead, and many other RPGs, and dice. Bully Pit Games, creators of Fiasco, Night Witches, and Ghost Court, and most recently, Desperation. They create LARPs and tabletops that challenge assumptions and blur boundaries. Gamelandia Palo Alto, an inclusive tabletop game store right down in Palo Alto, California, and a community hub where both new and experienced players of all ages, backgrounds, and skill levels are welcome. In particular, we'd like to thank our epic sponsors who donated $1,000 or more. Indie Press Revolution, dedicated to bringing you the best of small press tabletop role-playing games and storytelling games. IPR carries over 600 titles like Sign, Monster Killer Squad, and many other favorites. Evil Hat Productions, publishers of Apocalypse Keys, Thirsty Sports Lesbians, Improper Gamers, Blades in the Dark, and so many more. Turning passions into great games. Play Fearless, inspiration for your tabletop RPG sessions by Jamal Matt J. Brown. Playing, running, and exploring fearlessly. If you'd like to donate any sort of amount to help pay for operational costs, support our staff, and put on Big Bad 2023, please enter !donate in the chat to get a link. So talking about donating money, what about something you can give yourself as a little thing and helping others? We have bundles. We have Big Bad Online bundles. We have games that you can purchase. Let's talk about this. Bundles. This year, we've created bundles on DriveThruRPG and itch.io that offer games that created by our panelists. All the proceeds go directly to the speakers, so if you'd like to play some games and support the wonderful folks on these panels, enter !bundle in chat. Let's not forget, Roll20 also has Dialect on sale. I also remembered and learned when I was on my birthday and I bought it. So, yeah, it's on sale on Roll20. And the DMs Guild has Creepy Monster Compendium. Check them all out. They are so many amazing games. And I, of course, had to go peruse and buy some myself because why not? And with that, I want to pass this off to my wonderful friend, Mariam Ahmad. Mariam was a passionate attendee at the con in 2019, but was also one of our all-star stream producers for Big Bad Online 2021 and 2022. They were a fountain of knowledge, and their passion to support folks is truly inspirational. Mariam!
Hi, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I am Mariam. Hi, I'm Mariam Ahmed. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the streaming coordinator for this year's Big Bad Online. It has been a pleasure to volunteer at Big Bad in the past years, and I'm honored to be staff this year. I'm also a TRPG content creator, writer, sensitive reader, and cultural consultant. And to get us started, we're going to go over our con operations and how it all works for Big Bad Online. Here's what you need to know to attend the panels and connect with folks in Discord. Twitch.tv/Big Bad Con is our Twitch channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, congrats, you're here. If not, then that's where you need to go. Make sure to follow us now so you can participate in chat because you need to be a follower for at least 10 minutes to be able to type in chat. So join now. After the opening ceremonies, all the panels are starting 10 minutes after the hour at 6:10, 7:10. These are Pacific timing, but 10 after the hour. You get that. We also have a dedicated Discord server for Big Bad Online, and that is distinct from our Big Bad Con community server. So if you're on our, the Red Riding Hood kind of thing, that's our Big Bad Con community server that's there all the time. You need to get a link specifically for this year's Big Bad Online, which is currently the Purple Wolf Wizard.
Yep, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So if you don't see that icon, you need to get that. But don't worry. If you don't have it already, you can get an invite link to the server by going to bigbadcon.com and clicking on register. Once you're registered for there, you should be getting a Discord invite link. And then after each panel, we'll open up to a post-panel chat room in Discord. This way you can continue the conversation. If there's any questions that didn't get answered or you didn't have time to, you can go in there and ask those things. Big Bad Online will only be hosting panels this year in our official events, but we fully encourage our guests to self-organize games on our Big Bad Online Discord server. Just hop into the Looking for Game channel. And then after Big Bad Online is complete, we'll also be exporting all of the videos to YouTube and archiving all of our post-panel chats. You can find a link to all of them on bigbadcon.com, so if you missed out for any reason, you can still get to watch them later on. If you have any questions during our con, you can also head over to Discord, the Purple Wizard Big Bad Online 2023 one, and ask one of our awesome greeters that are there. They're there to help out and make you feel welcome. And now we get on to the Morgan Ellis Award. And who is the recipient? So in 2021, our community lost a treasured member, Morgan Ellis. In his honor, we created the Big Bad Morgan Ellis Award, which goes to folks who have gone above and beyond to support Big Bad Con, but more importantly, to help the con grow and welcome new folks into the community. So a note here, there are just so many rangers, coordinators, and POC programming team members that we wanted to give this award to. There's a lot of awesome people. While we're not including any of the staff, they all deserve incredible accolades for the countless hours, endless cheer, and dedication they have and continue to show. So thank you. Last year, when we returned to an in-person event, the amount of support we got was incredible. There were several amazing folks that aren't eligible for the award only because they were so great that they have become Big Bad Con staff members already. We want to thank everyone who attended, those who have been coming for years, and those who made it out for the first time. Speaking of Big Bad newcomers, one person stood out last year by jumping in to help the moment she arrived and spending the rest of the con creating space and bolstering those around her. We are happy to announce that the 2023 Big Bad Morgan Ellis Award goes to, drumroll, Elise Resendez.
Yay!
Woo!
We love you, Elise. You're the best.
Elise. Oh my god, like fantastic. Just yeah, I met Elise right at con, the beginning of con last year, and she was just like ready to go from the get go, and it made me so happy. I was like, so hearing this and seeing this makes me like, yeah.
Yay!
I've currently been texted. I've currently been texted my name in all caps. Thank you, Elise. You are the best, and you've done so much for all of us, and we really, really, really appreciate it. And you're just you've been fantastic. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And yeah, I have more accolades to dole, Elise.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Yes, yeah, you gotta keep listening.
We hijacked the show.
It's all good. Elise is just that good. So Elise volunteered on the spot to be our unofficial official photographer. She helped with logistics when some of her special events were teetering on the edge of technical failure, and she held space in the atrium to welcome attendees to conversations and community. During the con, she talked with folks about the steps necessary to take game design concepts through the manufacturing and fulfillment process, and since then has continued to reach out to attendees and Big Bad Con itself to help creators bring their games to life. Thank you, Elise, for all that you've done and continue to do for everyone at Big Bad Con. And now I get to pass it over to our wonderful panel coordinator and co-steward who started this show, started tonight's events, Gina Ricker.
Thank you so much, Mariam. And congratulations again, Elise. As you could tell, we were very excited. We just kind of had to take over for a minute. So we want to talk. I know, it was chaos because we were so
doing
excited.
so well.
It was the Big Bad Me. We couldn't help it. We want to talk a little bit, just briefly, about Big Bad Con 2023, which will be happening later this year from September 28th to October 1st at the San Francisco Hyatt Regency Airport Hotel. So last year was our first time returning in person since COVID, and we are delighted to report that with ardent safety precautions, we had 0 transmissions during the con. 0. We plan to uphold our masking, vaccination, and testing policies, and we're so excited to welcome even more folks in person this year. So more information about Big Bad Con will be becoming available in probably late April, early May, because this weekend, however, we are fully focused on Big Bad Online with our deepest gratitude towards our sponsors, our volunteer rangers, our Morgan Ellis Award recipient, Elise Resendez, our speakers, and all of you guys. All of you. Back to you, Sean.
Thank you so much, Gina. One final bit is if we didn't have enough amazing support from everyone else, this year, in collaboration with Sage Ryan and Kaylee Bray at Pixel Circus, we are hosting virtual office hours. It is an event for marginalized creators to speak with industry professionals to get advice on advancing their careers. Nearly 60 people have signed up to speak with industry pros about art development, community management, content creation, crowdfunding, marketing, narrative design, self-publishing, game design, editing, both text and video, and working with publishers. It's going to be an amazing event, and I've been watching the calendar invites go out. And I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for all the industry pros who've signed up. And I'm so happy for all the creators that have taken advantage of it. In addition, to help folks prepare for these meetings and really to help anyone who is meeting with potential mentors or employees tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, Carlos Cisco, Markea McCarty, Elise Resendez, Big Bad Con Morgan Ellis Award winning Elise Resendez and Omar Najam are hosting a panel called Pitching You, Putting Your Best Foot Forward in Industry Meetings. We hope to see you there. Welcome everyone once again to Big Bad Online 2023. We're so delighted to have you. Stay tuned for the next panel, Indigenous Representation in Tabletop Gaming, which is starting in, I believe, 20 minutes at 6